The next speaker is Jim Klipp. When I asked him how to introduce him, he said that this is a man who needs no introduction, and that's definitely true. This speech is the speech he's going to give at the contest, and the purpose of the speech is to inspire us to do something that we would not normally do. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. The title of the speech is Inspiration. Jim Klipp, Inspiration.
Inspiration. Have you ever been inspired by someone? Did that person know that they had inspired you? Inspiration can come from various sources. Sometimes we have professionals that's what they do, is they go out and inspire you to eat better, live a healthier lifestyle, just be healthier. But what about those people that are out there that inspire you just purely based on the activities that they are doing? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Today I'm going to share with you a story, a true story about myself. Through some activities that I was doing, I had inspired many. I have no idea how many. I know of at least hundreds, but then those people shared my story. So I don't know if it's in the thousands or how many people I've inspired, purely based on the activities that I have done. And I share the story with you not to impress you. It's going to impress you, guarantee it. But not to impress you, but to impress upon you that you too can inspire others from your activities. 4 years ago, I decided that I was going to start doing triathlons. I had no idea the impact that this was going to have on friends, family, people that were in my circle of influence, and people that were outside of my circle of influence. If you're unaware, triathlons, there's a little bit of a swim, then there's a little bit of a bike, then there's a little bit of a run. Yes? Triathlon. No problem, right? Some of you are thinking, yeah, I can do that. Some of you are thinking, oh God, I'm not going to do any of those three, right? So we're all at different levels in here, and that's okay. Once again, that's why I want you to relate my story to your goal. Whatever that is, what is your goal? In the pursuit of achieving my goal, I learned very early that people around me were doing things differently just based on me sharing the information with them on what I was doing. When I decided to do triathlons, I could not swim. Now, I thought I could swim, but when I got together with my coach at 5:30 in the morning over at Sparks, she said, Jim, why don't you jump in the pool and show me what you can do? I jumped in the pool, and about 10 seconds later, she said, stop splashing around. You can't swim. I said, but Carla, in 2 years, I need to be able to swim 2.4 miles in open water. She said, what? I said, yes, that is my goal. She said, okay. So we spent an hour together that morning. By the end of that hour, she said, not only can you not swim, she goes, you are scared to death to be in this pool. I said, what do you mean? I was standing in 3 feet of water. She was standing up on the edge of the pool. I was talking to her, and I said, Carla, I don't know what you're talking about. She said, look at your hands, Jim. I said, yes. I was holding on so tightly that my fingers were white, and I was literally shaking, standing in 3 foot of water. She said, how far did you want to swim? I said, that's not a problem. Next thing, going for a little bike ride. At this point, I did not own, nor have I ever been on, a road bike. For this particular event, I was going to have to ride 112 miles on a road bike. Have any of you looked at the road bikes lately? Do you know what the seat looks like on a road bike? It's like this big. It is tiny. I'm thinking to myself, are you kidding me? Where did I get myself? Have you ever thought to yourself, should I really make that decision? Maybe I should change my goal. No. I continued to pursue my goal and work my butt off. My swim and my bike. Swim was first for me, because I knew it was going to be the biggest challenge. But the people that were around me in the pool, I noticed that when I started showing up every day, I was getting comments from people I did not know saying, Jim, wow, you've improved over yesterday. Wow, you improved over last week. And now these strangers are telling me that they are spending more time in the pool and they are working harder on their swim just because I'm showing up every day attempting to not drown. Some days were tougher than others, trust me. When I started doing my cycling, I started off with short rides. 5 miles, 7 miles, 10 miles. When I got up to 40 miles, I learned a term that I was not excited about learning. It's called chafing.
Yeah.
Let me just say, it's not a friendly term. But through practice and persistence and consistency, your body adapts and you're okay. And you learn ways to deal with it. Let me talk about running. Most of you in here probably do not know, I do not like to run. This particular run that I'm preparing for, 26.2 miles, a full marathon that I'm preparing for. My first run to prepare for this event was 1 mile. Didn't like it. The following week I ran 2 miles. Liked that even less. But with my goal in mind, I was focused. And just like those swimmers in that pool, I was finding cyclists and runners that were in my circle of influence that kept telling me, Jim, wow, you really inspired me to do more, whichever activity they were doing. Some people were even doing things outside of the fitness world. Maybe they were improving their finances. They were improving their relationships. Just based on the activities that I was doing. They were inspired by me, not because I was intentionally inspiring them, but because I was doing activities to achieve my goal that made them think, wow, I can do more. When I went to do that event, my Ironman Triathlon, August of 2012, up in Canada, it was those voices in my head when I was out there swimming 2.4 miles. It took me 1 hour and 36 minutes of continuous swimming. When I was out there on that bike ride, over 7 hours, 112 miles. When I was running that marathon, 26.2 miles. It was those voices in my head that were now inspiring me. Fellow Toastmasters, I ask you, what's your goal and who will you inspire in achieving that goal? Fellow Toastmasters.